Senate GOP, Dems fight over Kavanaugh confirmation documents. Washington, AP, a Senate battle was brewing Tuesday over Democrats' requests for documents from Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh's career, with his time in President George W. Bush's White House emerging as a potential focal point of that fight. Number 2 Senate Republican leader John Cornyn told reporters about rumblings that Democrats want every scrap of paper from Kavanaugh's career. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Dems. We're not going to sit idly by and allow our Democratic colleagues to draw this out by making unreasonable document demands which would delay this hearing until well past the election, the Texan told reporters. GOP leaders have talked about hoping to confirm Kavanaugh by the October 1 start of the next Supreme Court term. Most Democrats are expected to oppose the nomination of the 53-year-old conservative. Advertisement. Cornyn said his suggestion was that Democrats should concentrate on Kavanaugh's dozen years as judge on the powerful U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, a post he assumed in 2006. He said Democrats have issued no requests for records from his 3-year stint as staff secretary in Bush's White House, when Cornyn said Kavanaugh was basically managing the paper flow for the administration. But Democrats seem to have a particular interest in that period of Kavanaugh's life. Senator Cory Booker, D&J, a member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, said Democrats were not making unreasonable requests for documents. We should have access to all of his writings. And I think that's not an unusual request, he said in a brief interview. He said papers from Kavanaugh's time as Bush's staff secretary were an essential element to this. A senior Democratic Senate aide said Democrats want as many relevant documents as possible, especially from his time as Bush's staff secretary. The aide says Democratic senators haven't agreed to meet with Kavanaugh because they want to understand what documents the White House and Republicans will produce and how they'll do it. Advertisement. The aide spoke on condition of anonymity to describe private discussions. As White House staff secretary, Kavanaugh saw virtually all of the tens of thousands of documents that reached Bush's desk. Processing those documents could take a long time. President Donald Trump nominated Kavanaugh to the Supreme Court vacancy on July 9. Kavanaugh worked under independent counsel Kenneth Starr during the investigation of then-President Bill Clinton in the late 1990s. He was also involved in the Bush 2000 presidential campaign's effort to end that year's disputed Florida recount. By Taboola sponsored links promoted links. You may like Vikings. Free online game. Play this for 1 minute and see why everyone is addicted. Vikings. Free online game. Under Babel. You will start speaking a new language in 3 weeks thanks to this app, made in Germany. Babel Undo Schapel. Are you afraid of losing your luggage? Don't worry now, Chaplin. While fashionable, these silver wedding dresses transformations will surprise every man. A fashionable and vintage real estate owned a home overlooking Dubai's most prestigious suburb. Vintage real estate. Toy a drone. Free online game. This game will change your life. Throne. Free online game. Undo.